Most people can't see themselves. The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused and then have to deal with yourself.
Beyoncé is one of the most powerful women in entertainment, but behind her carefully curated public image lies a painful reality that's threatening to unravel her perfect world. We know that Jay Z cheated on her in the past, but who was his mistress? Let's break it down. Beyoncé has built her career on talent, determination, and an unmatched work ethic. From her early days with Destiny's Child to her solo career and business ventures, she's cultivated an image of excellence and perfection. Her relationship with Sean Carter, known as Jay Z, has been central to that image since they began dating in the early 2000s. Their relationship timeline has been well documented, meeting when Beyoncé was just 18, dating for several years before marrying in a private ceremony in 2008, and welcoming 3 children together, Blue Ivy in 2012 and twins Rumi and Sir in 2017. For years, they appeared to be the ideal celebrity couple, supporting each other's careers while building their own billion-dollar empire. But cracks in that perfect image began to show in 2014 when footage emerged of Solange, Beyoncé's sister, physically confronting Jay Z in an elevator following the Met Gala.
It started out as such a nice night. Beyoncé and Jay Z arriving at the Met Gala. Beyoncé dropped her ring. Her husband put it back on her finger, but on the way out of an after party, fingers gave way to fists. Round 1. Beyoncé's sister, Solange, started hitting Jay Z. The bodyguard pulls her off. Beyoncé mostly stays out of it. Round 2. Solange tries to kick Jay Z. He grabs her leg in defense. Round 3. A somewhat half-hearted assault. Round 4, with the door open. Solange hauls off and whacks Jay Z with her bag. Online commentators had a field day captioning the after picture. Did that just happen? Smile through it. Bring it, says Solange. Something Jay Z said really pushed Solange's buttons. But since the surveillance video has no audio, hashtag what Jay Z said to Solange encouraged guessing. Is elevator music better than any song you ever made? A reference to Solange's singing career. Solange Knowles attacks Jay Z, the first hit she's had in years. Everyone had a theory.
Solange heard Jay Z say something to her sister that she didn't like.
Yeah.
One online analyst even quoted Dickens.
It is a melancholy truth that even great men have their poor relations.
Years ago, Solange already seemed to be putting distance between herself and Jay Z.
Solange, good morning, and thanks a lot for joining us.
Good morning. I have to say that was not a very professional introduction before. Please don't tie me into family and my brother-in-law's establishment.
Someone put the elevator fight to Jay Z's own song.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one.
Jay Z's 100th problem is what they're now calling Solange. Jokesters are dressing up and recreating the fight.
But started to kick me.
Making fun of everything from the leg grab to the handbag turned weapon.
It was like a sandwich bag with the hoodie string.
One day you're grabbing your sister-in-law's leg in self-defense, then you're caught on camera caressing your wife's leg. Just a week in the life of a rapper. Ground floor, ladies' bags. Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
While the family released a statement claiming they had worked through their issues, speculation ran rampant about what had prompted such an emotional outburst. The rumors were eventually confirmed when Beyoncé released her groundbreaking album Lemonade in 2016, which contained a lot of references to infidelity and betrayal.
You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath as you pass it off so cavalier. Unknown women wander the hallways at night. You come home at 3 a.m. and lie to me. What are you hiding? Are you cheating? Are you cheating on me? What a wicked way you treat the girl that loves you. That's now your secrets pulling through your car list.
Songs like Sorry, with its now infamous Becky with the Good Hairline, sparked intense speculation about the identity of Jay Z's alleged paramour or paramours. Jay Z later acknowledged his infidelity in his 2017 album 444, with tracks like Family Feud and the title track directly addressing his marital transgressions. In later interviews, he spoke about how they had worked through their issues and rebuilt their relationship. framing their journey as one of growth and redemption. The couple seem to have moved past these challenges, going on joint tours and continuing to present a united front. But according to recent reports, there might be trouble in paradise again. People just can't let go of the cheating rumors. And now, everyone is wondering, who was Jay Z's mistress? What would happen if she came out publicly? How would Beyoncé react? For her, these mistress theories represent more than just tabloid fodder. They potentially undermine the narrative of redemption and growth that the couple has carefully constructed over the past few years. The situation is further complicated by the couple's status as parents to 3 young children. Beyoncé has spoken in interviews about her dedication to providing a stable family environment, drawing on her own parents' tumultuous relationship as both a cautionary tale and motivation to create something better for her own children. All these stories spreading create problems for celebrities trying to manage their public image. In the past, a single tabloid story could be addressed or ignored. Now, thanks to social media, allegations can spread across thousands of accounts in minutes, making it nearly impossible to effectively respond to or contain damaging narratives. For Beyoncé and Jay Z, this social media phenomenon represents a new challenge in their ongoing efforts to protect their privacy and maintain control over their public narrative. Both artists have worked for decades to carefully curate their public personas, revealing only what they choose to reveal through their art and occasional interviews. Their approach to personal revelations has always been strategic, with both using their music as the primary vehicle for addressing personal issues. Beyoncé's Lemonade and Jay Z's 444 were masterclasses in controlling the narrative around their marital problems, transforming personal pain into critically acclaimed art that actually enhanced their brands rather than damaging them.
Heard Jay Z's 444. I'm sure you've at least heard about the album, as its lyrics, reactions, and subject matter have been trending across all social media since it dropped back at midnight on June 30th. But of all the takeaways from Jay's 13th studio album, one parallel has fans most fascinated is its connection to his wife Beyoncé's Lemonade. So here on Billboard News, let's run down how 444 speaks to Lemonade. The first track off 444 is Kill Jay Z and directly references the now infamous scene inside an elevator between Jay, Beyoncé, and Solange Knowles. Back to Lemonade, Beyoncé sings on her track Sorry. Jay seemingly directly responds to this on his album's title track, rapping. The back and forth between these two songs continue as Beyoncé sings on Sorry, while Jay touches on Blue's role in the alleged infidelity as well on 444, rapping. Last but certainly not least when it comes to intriguing lyrics on 444 is the name drop of all name drops when Jay-Z mentions the infamous Becky, made famous for her good hair on Beyoncé's Sorry. Jay brings her up on Family Feud, a track Beyoncé's vocals even appear on.
But the uncontrolled spread of allegations on social media threatens this carefully managed approach. When thousands of accounts are sharing stories about your personal life, the ability to shape the narrative diminishes significantly. Crisis management experts note that this new media landscape requires a different approach. The old strategy of no comment often doesn't work when allegations are spreading virally across platforms. But responding can also be problematic, potentially giving more oxygen to stories that might otherwise fade away. For Beyoncé, this situation presents a particularly difficult dilemma. As someone who has built her brand on strength, resilience, and female empowerment, recurring allegations of her husband's infidelity create a narrative dissonance. Her fans, the Bayhive as they're collectively known, are fiercely protective and have frequently expressed frustration at what they perceive as Beyoncé accepting behavior that contradicts the empowerment messages in her music. The situation also highlights the complex nature of public relationships. From the outside, it's impossible to know the true nature of any marriage or the agreements that exist between partners. Some relationships survive infidelity and emerge stronger, while others cannot recover from such breaches of trust. What makes celebrity relationships different is that these intensely personal decisions and compromises are subject to public scrutiny and judgment. Jay Z's previous acknowledgments of infidelity were met with a mixture of criticism and praise. Criticism for the behavior, but praise for his apparent accountability and willingness to publicly own his mistakes. But body language experts who have analyzed recent public appearances by the couple claim to see signs of tension and distress, particularly from Beyoncé.
So Jay, how do you become a billionaire? What's up, Steph? Crazy. Becky trying to get me killed out here, aren't you, Becky? Yeah, but Becky, you being held disrespectful right now. Oh my gosh, was I intruding? Yeah, you are. Sorry, B. Sorry, Jay. No, my girl is here. So sorry.
However, such analyses should be treated with caution, as brief public moments can be easily misinterpreted or taken out of context. The couple's representatives have not issued any official statement regarding these rumors and theories, maintaining their characteristic privacy. This silence has been interpreted in various ways. Some see it as evidence that the claims are baseless and not worth addressing, while others view it as an inability to deny what might be true. For now, the couple continues their professional commitments, with both working on new projects. Beyoncé remains one of the most successful and influential artists in the world, with her most recent works continuing to break records and set new standards for artistic expression. Jay Z continues to expand his business empire beyond music, with ventures in streaming services, sports management, and adult beverages. The truth behind all these allegations may never be fully known to the public. Celebrity relationships exist in a strange space. They're public and private at the same time, exposed to scrutiny yet unknowable in their intimate reality. What is clear is that regardless of what happens behind closed doors, both Beyoncé and Jay Z have created legacies that transcend their personal relationship. For fans invested in their relationship, these allegations represent another chapter in a complicated love story that has played out partly in public for over 2 decades. For critics, they reinforce existing narratives about fame, power, and gender dynamics. For the couple themselves, they are presumably another challenge to navigate in the fishbowl of celebrity life. It's worth emphasizing that these remain allegations. Without confirmation from the parties involved, they should be treated as unverified claims shared for entertainment purposes only. The fascination with celebrity relationships reflects our culture's broader interest in narratives of love, betrayal, forgiveness, and redemption. Themes that resonate whether they're playing out in a billion-dollar marriage or an ordinary relationship far from the spotlight.
That's a level of strength really on both sides. I mean, if the shoe had been on the other foot, if the transgressions had been on her side, do you think you would be able to be as forgiving of her as she was of you?
I hope. Again, because I love her the same way. No matter what side, I love her the same way. I pray that I will, because her strength and her, man, is the strongest woman I know. Like, her and my mother, they battling for one.
Beautiful, beautiful. I just want to say to you, you are blazing a trail, for a lot of us to follow. Financially, culturally, the idea of confession could save so much pain and suffering in politics and every place else. I honor you. One of the guys said, just make sure to ask him before he leaves, is he in the Illuminati? And I said, no, I'm not gonna ask that, but are you?
I'm in the new Illuminati.
As social media continues to transform how information spreads, celebrities like Beyoncé and Jay Z face new challenges in managing their public image. The days when a carefully worded statement or strategic interview could effectively control a narrative are gone. In today's fragmented media landscape, stories take on lives of their own, multiplying across platforms faster than they can be addressed. For now, the world watches and waits to see how music's most powerful couple will respond to these allegations, through their art, their public appearances, or perhaps their continued silence. Whatever happens, it's a reminder that even for those who seem to have everything, the complexities of human relationships remain a challenge that wealth and fame cannot solve. But what do you guys think? Who do you think Jay Z's mistress was? Should fans forgive him for cheating on Beyoncé? Let me know in the comments below.